the first time that those who are joining in, please, can you tell us if the volume is okay? Those who are just joining now, can you just tell us if the volume is okay? If you can get me, you just have to give this very short statement, and then we are off. It's the first time we are trying to be live on this page. Trying to make a very short statement, and then we are off. It's an impromptu. Is the volume okay? All right. Hello. Thank you. It's impromptu. It's an impromptu live show. I'm not going to wait. I'm not going to wait on. I'm not going to wait on others. We are going to just. Yes, we need economic sabotage in Ground Zero. Yes, we are going to bring back economic sabotage. We are going to bring back economic sabotage, both in the northern and in the southern zones. We are going to bring back economic sabotage because we think that economic sabotage, Fred Agami, I'm alive, where we are praying to God. We are praying to God to keep us alive during this tremendous time of COVID-19. We've seen lots of people have lost lives. We see what's happening in USA. And the percentage is very high. We have black Americans and blacks. Just today I got a very sad news in USA. One of our own, and a college mate of mine died. So it's sad. Yesterday in Spain, we had one Amazonian, one Mr. Ebenezer in Spain died because of COVID-19. So I hope wherever you are watching, you are fine, and you are taking good care of yourself. Like I said, we are going to start this show very soon, because the live show will be here, and Amazonians across the globe will watch it when we are done. It's impromptu. I didn't plan to come live during this time, so just a very short statement, and we are done. So this is my page. It's the first time I'm coming live in some months. It's my page, and it's a new page. I'm using the page for the first time. So please, if you're joining in, endeavor to share. Just a very short statement on what is happening in Kugwe, and we'll talk about Dr. Ochoa Yaba, the information that I have for him that he must know through this live show. I know that I speak with him often. We exchange communication often. But this one is meant for him to get it through the public. And we have a lot of issues to talk about, but we'll be very brief. So those who are coming in, you are welcome. Yes. Economic sabotage. Economic sabotage is a right way to go. Economic sabotage is the right way to go. So just confirm to me if the volume is okay. If the volume is okay, let me know. All right, I'm going to begin this live show. I will say what I wanted to say, and I hope that those who are joining after will watch it. We'll watch what is happening here. We're going to sing our national anthem. Thank you very much. The volume is okay. We'll sing our national anthem, and then we are going to begin. Hail, hail, hail this land of glory. We the Amazonians pledge our loyalty. Praise the Son and Savior, who granted us the freedom, allegiance to the heroes, who bought the land with their blood. Glory to glory, we rise to never to fall. Yeah, in a nation flowing with milk and honey. Glory, glory, glory to the Father for making us a nation, a joy forevermore. Amazonia, land of freedom, you shall live in plenty, meeting our needs, and your children shall be like the stars above. The Most High God be the watchman of this nation. Amazonia, land of freedom, you shall live in plenty, meeting our needs, and your children shall be like the stars above. The Most High God be the watchman of this nation. Fellow Amazonians, we are going to begin this live show, and it will be a very short and straight to the point live show. And there are a few things I want to say. But I want to first of all start by saluting everyone who are watching now across the globe, those who are going to join in later to watch this live show. The first thing I want to talk about the relationship between our fighters and those on ground zero. The Amazonian forces, no matter which group they belong, the relationship between the Amazonian forces and the community. And I'm aware that we all belong to different groups. We all have different brothers and sisters who belong to different groups. But there is an impending problem on the ground between how our Amazonian forces, how they react and how they relate with our community. And we don't only see that with ADF, we see that with across different forces, across the counties, across the LGs. And so that means that there is something we have to do. Because the only thing we have is the trust of our communities. If we breach the trust of our communities, which we are already losing that trust, it will be a big problem. We cannot in any situation allow French Cameroon to gain the trust of our people. French Cameroon, from the Gabu massacre till now I'm talking, they continue to massacre, to maim our people. In Owe, few days back, we saw how they were burning communities, and they came about to talk about a reconstruction committee. The reconstruction committee or commission is just another scam. It's a scam for the CPDM regime to get more means to embezzle their money. It's a scam for John Gute to get his own money from this crisis. It's a scam from all those who think that they can go there and collect, because nothing is happening. As we speak, in Bafut yesterday, there were attacks. In across the southern zone and northern zone, we see how French Cameroon burning villages, killing our people, massacring our people. But away from that, the relationship between Amazonian forces and the community is very, very, very important. And I want to beg upon you all that we have a role to educate our forces, how they relate and they treat with the community. Because it is very important. There is no military without a people. There is no country without a people. There is no leader without a people. The people and the leaders and the community make up the forces. When we started this war, this war on ground zero, our communities gave us their blessings. That is why they came out in thousands on the 22nd of September 2017 to protest. That is why they contributed food, money for our forces. And our people on ground zero are still willfully to contribute money to give to our forces. They are very much willing to contribute money to give our forces. But our forces on ground zero must do everything possible so that they don't destroy the trust of our people. How can they do this? You see, our forces must not take the laws into their hands. So we need to continue to preach to them. They must not take the laws into their hands. For example, they cannot just say when they arrest a black leg or someone, because there are people who are now blackmailing others, that others are black legs, because they probably before the war started, they had their issue. There are people who have claims to chieftaincy titles, and they go and blackmail others, and this person is a black leg, is doing that, and our forces will just react because they hear this one is black leg. So there are people who are taking advantage of our revolution in our communities, people who have claims to chieftaincy titles, people who have problems with their house, people who have problems with marital issue. Maybe so you're picking become married some man way you don't be like him, you don't be give blessing. And because maybe you're picking then a part of Amber boy. You shall begin say something they happen. This a demon a black leg. You begin to just carry other people they go attack. So we need to pray on our forces and say if they get any information, say person A or B in a black leg. If they get that person, maybe the child will get the other side. Maybe the child will interview that, investigate that person. Get the person in your own story. Say, we don't hear say you be black leg. You do this or that. Not true. Get the person in your own story. And make our forces, may will tell them, may they try for learn for bring out other fines. Other fines. There are many other ways to punish black legs. Bring other fines. Maybe monetary fine. Maybe community cleaning. When you don't do 1, 2, 3 fine, depending on the type of black legging where the person do, then we will know. So maybe the better forces and say, may they avoid for just here saying see person a black leg, they just catch them one time, shoot, boom, without. No, it is not correct. It is not correct. So it don't reach stage where as we go for the war, so we start the war like nothing is the best. Would you grow in the war? Would you learn things and would you move on? So it be the place where our forces they're not supposed to just get disagreement with community and one time they use gun. We understand say our forces they don't see blood plenty. They don't see blood plenty, and I don't even blame them. They don't bury their family, they don't bury their friends. And some of them may be suffering from PSTD, this post-traumatic issue. So we want back to say our communities and say, make our communities and to make them help our forces to become better. Because our community, they will know how to react to our forces. They will not say, immediately you get a problem and you call the Republic military, already you don't antagonize our forces 10 times. The way our forces go react when you call the Republic military, they will look like a typical black leg and they go act. So please, may our community try for see a way they create a bond with the forces. Because those people, they are fighting for them. They are fighting for you people. They are fighting to get a country where you live freely. And during war, many battles that happen during war. We for Amazonia will not be an exception. So I just beg say, may we help our forces from different areas. Because we don't say from a Combe to Bambili to different areas. We get this agitation. Last year, I be talk say the fact say you hold gun, not mean say you be more than the community. If our community if you rise above, if you rise up against French Cameroon, where you get all type of military guns, then me and my boys and further they know say they cannot be more than the community. They are there because of the community. If the community is not there, they won't be there. They fight for get a free land because of the community. So, and one beg to see for diaspora, make diaspora into because diaspora don't be in a point where they didn't say cause more problem. They didn't say make save this and about they cause more problem because when there is a problem in a community, for diaspora, our first reaction is to boom, blame game. Then we start to put fighter A against fighter B, camp A against camp B. So I want to beg say we for diaspora then they especially people where they get forces on ground zero where they get both where they hear them. May they preach for them plenty. Say please, they will create community council where they don't get anything to do. If there's anything like blacklegging, any problem, let the community handle it. Make it really come for you, Amba Boy. Now, when you know say they're not gonna for you, then you want to use that force. That is how we're supposed to deal with our communities. Because there are many politicians who are using this thing for their own gain. They cause confusion, then they go lie, say they want a black, don't know this, then when you go attack, they come to go against you. There are people who they use that way, maybe somebody owe you money because you know some Amba Boy, or you're neighbor na Amba Boy, picking an Amba Boy, you just want to use them because you're picking an Amba Boy, or you're neighbor na Amba Boy also. You use them, then the person go react. And you know what Amba fighters them, then they don't have gun. But still, for many years, it's not plenty. It's not easy. So they just react. They react with the gun. Boom, boom, boom. That's where we come in as diaspora. They will come in for make sure say every group of Ground Zero, maybe they be in charge for carrying out political education. Maybe every morning time before they go out, they're going to make a code where the fact that they recite them to remind them say their fight now against French Cameroon, not against any civilian. When we say even if there's a problem with a civilian, there must be a civilian way to handle that problem. At the time this time, at the bank, go say we don't get serious on Ground Zero, and we must always stand with our communities. We have the seniors on Ground Zero where it happened. So now a place for every activist out there, for every ambassador out there, you with diaspora, your role not for instigate fight for Ground Zero. Your role not for cause more pain for Ground Zero. Your role not because say you get some group where in the year you can sell $10 or $1, then you go cause that boy for you cause that Amba group for attack a camp, for attack a civilian. So that's not your role. Your role now for tell the Amba boy say there is a code. There is a code of fighting of a fighting war, and the community is our first line of defense. And the community go give we food, and the community go do everything possible for make sure say me will they fight. So the people when I listen to me, I beg all the defense forces them. The one the way they be structured under the various students, the one the way they be loose, we will be close to them. When I continue to educate them because they're going to build this trust with the community. There is no revolution without the community. Because when the community decided today is over, it will be over. Even the gun will not stop it. French Cameroon before stop, we will want rise up. The gun not silence we. So if community will rise up, we will not stop them. So please, we will try to develop this relationship. And that is why it brings me to the issue in Kugwe. You know, it brings me to the issue of Kugwe. We don't hear Tim of Kugwe say a prince don't die because of interactions between the ADF forces. Let me just say this. This is my honest reaction. You see, not because I support ADF or I like Ayaba or so. I want to give this issue because we the two run our mob, that at the end of the day, we tend to blame ourselves. You see, now social person for social media, you know, they fan up this issue. When something happen like that, when people raise alarm, raise genuine alarm, because from every investigation, for what we will get as of now, because it's still happening, get as of now, we don't say the prince for Kugwe don't die because of gunshots of the Amba fighters. In this case, they say it's the ADF. I never confirm if FND Kugwe. I never confirm that. And as of now, I never confirm that because they will tell we say they don't chase out ADF out of Kugwe. You see, that's one of the things where they will talk say ADF no it need to exist. From ADF is not existing to banning of ADF, to ADF is not in Kugwe, to ADF can burn power plants, to ADF is not in Kugwe, to ADF not in the attack a prince or so. Whatever be the case, whether now one or not two who's supposed for condemn. But the only way they come out talking about 30 people being killed with children, it is not true. It is not true. It's not true. What we know as of now is that the prince has fallen because of an infighting with from the bullets of one of the defense forces, in this case the ADF. Is ADF in was it general big number? I am not sure because ADF people say big number is not in Kugbe. Few weeks ago, you on social media said ADF has been chased out of Kugbe. The people of Kugbe, they rose, they chased out ADF of Kugbe. So the ADF also came back to Kugbe to act one issue. But I want us to be very sincere in the way we apportion blames. The actions of the ADF in Kugbe, let me call them the Kugbe, I would say Bazana forces in Kugbe, the ADF in Kugbe, or the Amba boys in Kugbe, what happened with the prince. It is not different from what happened in Bambili yesterday. It is not different from what happened in Tombe. It's not different from what happened in Ekombe. You know what happened in Bambili yesterday? 2 notables of the Bambili Fondom were murdered by Amazonian forces. Was it ADF? I'm not sure. Because if it was ADF, maybe would have seen on media, noise would have been there on media. Let ADF has killed. But in Bambili, what I'm telling you today, the fund of Bambili brought together all notables, brought together all youth, and they said they are going to chase out Amba boys from Bambili. That are going to chase out them, that are going to form vigilante, because 2 notables of the Fondom were murdered because the Amba boys thought that they were blacklegs. They were murdered. We didn't hear noise about that. It wasn't ADF. In Tombe, the commander in Tombe was gunned down by his own forces. That story just died so. It just died so. We didn't hear any man talk. But we'll be very clear if it will be na ADF forces for attack that commander and so we know will stay on measure for 2 days. For Ekombe, there's a problem between the community and Amba boys, because the way Amba boys treat the people for Ekombe. Now they travel sort out the differences. So you see what I'm saying. In Bui, with the fighters in Bui, 22 fighters they have disappeared. We don't even know where they are. In fact, they are dead. Bui warriors took them, controlled by one other group, in this case, the Sakos group. So you see, a lot of issues is happening between our forces, among themselves, and in the community. No group is spared. No group is spared. So the problem is people are using this to manipulate. People are using this as bad faith, because what I see now as individual, everything that comes from ADF forces are not saints. Don't go me wrong. ADF forces are not saints. They have their own issues, like any other force within our community. And these forces within our community, they're also doing things that we don't like. But we bury them because we want to make sure we keep a certain image of our revolution. But when it is ADF, we see people coming out with all types of narratives, all types of write-ups, thinking that you are killing the ADF, but you are indirectly killing the entire revolution. As I talk to you today, in Bambili, we have the fund is out there with youth. With youth. Nobody's talking about that. It's quiet. A fighter was killed in Tombe. Nobody's talking. It's quiet. In Ekombe, quiet. Every life matter. So, what happened in Kugbe, we should condemn it strongly. And it brings me to the point that our fighters, the way they relate with the community matters. And people in the diaspora should not use it for their own aim. Should not come out and try to instigate, should not come out and lie that 30 people, 20, 25, just because you want to instigate an emotion, you want to make too much of noise calling. And there are many people out there sharing this issue, but they sat quiet. They never offered a word when it comes to Mbui. These people, they have no moral authority. No moral authority to shout, because you sat quiet when 22 fighters were murdered. You sat quiet when Amazon fighters murdered two notables in Bambui. You sat quiet when another Amba fighter murdered the one in Tombe, in Gusi. You sat quiet when the people in Ekombe. You sat quiet. But when an issue happened in Kugbe with Amazon forces, everyone is out there talking. And we also have major platforms that they don't publish anything. It seems they are paid. It seems they are paid to only publish when things is only concerning ADF. Please, there's an issue with our forces and the community. and it cut across the board. So they're all ambassador forces, they're all armor fighters. We must help them to be the better version of themselves. What happens in Kugbe with the prince going down is unacceptable. We have to condemn it to the highest. It's unacceptable. But what we will not accept is that people trying to use this situation to instigate hate, to instigate more infighting. People trying to use the situation to set out audios of imaginary numbers that they can send without even videos and say things that are not true. That is what I'm about to say. We should learn to, we should learn to, when we get information from the diaspora, our instinct should be to, how can we help this situation? How can we calm tempers? Our instinct should not be start blaming A, trying to cause infighting, trying to paint a narrative. That should not be our instinct. Because what happens in Kugbe happened yesterday in Babili. What happened in Kugbe happened in Tombe. What happened in Kugbe happened in Nekombe. Across the land, there's a big problem, a very big problem. And our job is to make sure that as activists and as Amazonians, when we get this news, it's not for us to rush and come to the media and start telling out information. You see, you kill a revolution. I hear people were saying that Florence Ayafo was murdered by Ama boys. Ama boys are not beasts. No matter what, they're not beasts. No Ama fighter murdered Florence Ayafo. Nothing. Not ADF. So people, the type of hatred that is amongst us, it has gone to a stage where we can just tell any lie we want to tell against another group, so long as it paints that group black, and it thinks that you're not painting a group black, you are painting the entire revolution black. The people who are out there won't see it as ADF or IG1, IG2. They see it as a foolish, disjointed revolution, a revolution without direction. They don't see it. When you attack each other on media, they don't see it that way. They see it as a revolution that has no direction, that has no hope. And so it is our position for us to come together to solve this issue. And this takes me to Dr. Cho Ayaba. I want to talk to Dr. Cho Ayaba. Dr. Cho Ayaba, if you're not watching me, I know that you are surrogates are watching me. If you're not watching me, I know that those who support you are watching me. I communicate with you on a daily basis. But this is a message I want to pass on to you publicly. Because people think that Mark Barretta, when I talk about ADF or so, I can't. No. Dr. Cho Ayaba, the impression that Amazonians have there, especially the ADF, putting out there, they are saying they have a tested leadership. They have a revolutionary liberator. They have a leader who can govern this revolution. Which may be true. But I want to call on Dr. Cho Ayaba to understand that this issue of Kugbe should be the test of his leadership. He should be able to rise against the audios and videos coming out from the communication department, Kapo, Tapangs, and the rest. He should be able to rise above any person within the ADF egg of seed that is holding him tight for him to fully express himself. The issue in Kugbe, they said it is ADF forces who are responsible for killing the prince in Kugbe. They said it is the intention was not to kill, it was a conversation. We don't know how it happens. But Dr. Cho Ayaba, you must now come out very strongly. I know that there are issues in Kugbe. People are taking advantage. But Dr. Cho Ayaba, your leadership failed in the case of Nguzang. It failed in the case of Nguzang. Because the communication, the time of reaction was very long, was wasted. Many versions went out there and you sat quiet. Many things went out there that were even lies and you sat quiet. That leadership failed in Kugbe, in Nguzang. Now it is Kugbe. and there's an issue in Kugbe, and you should go out there, show the people that yes, I have the what it takes to be the revolutionary leader of this phase of the revolution. Show the people want to see, because all the time they complain left and right. Because what they see on the capos with his audios and videos with one narration. They see Tapang with his own. They see people refusing what is reality on the ground. It shouldn't be Dr. Joe. It shouldn't be. You have to come above this. I know the Tapangs, the capos, the Las, the communication people, they go out there. But you need to come out to take charge of what is happening in Kugbe. If there is an ADF force who is responsible for bringing down the prince of Kugbe, no matter what, you have to make sure you take action. And when you take action, inform the people of Amazon that this is what I have taken. If there is any further involved, even if it's your general, you have to take action. If it means to demote, if it means to commercial, if it means to punish, you must take action to ensure that whatever happens in Kugbe with the prince, because all things are pointing to the ADF forces in Kugbe. You have to show the people that you have what it takes. We are the ones on social media. We are the ones reading platform. The people of ADF who won't tell you the truth. Won't tell you the truth. Those in your governing council won't tell you the truth. Those in the ADF won't tell you the truth. Those activists who are lying won't tell you the truth. They won't tell you because their role is to be dominant, to pamper. But we are out. We see what with the reaction, what people think. We talk about on and off again. So the fact is that you have to take responsibility now and show the people that yes, I have what it takes to be the liberation leader of this phase of our revolution. Not only speeches, not only write-ups, not only showing toughness. The people want to see compassion. The people of Kugbe want to see compassion. They want to see a leader who can rise above any issue. I said there is a problem. It is not weakness. It's not every time we must show that we are tough, we are the hardest group, we are this. It's not by calling A or B like à la République. But to show you know that you've received all insults, all type of insults, and what people have said you are like République or so. But they're all lies. They are all lies. But the issue happening in Kugbe, in which I've said people cannot just start blaming the ADF. We have to blame all our Amazonian forces because we see it moving across the line from Bambibi yesterday to Tombe 2 days ago to Ekombe a few last weeks ago and today in Kugbe to Mbui, in which they have sat quiet with 22 fighters murdered in cold blood. They have sat quiet. But one life matters. 2 lives matters. 22 lives matters. All the lives matters. You have to at this point in time, for me as Mark Barretta, Kugbe for me is a test of your leadership. And I know I may be speaking to a lot of people. I have a lot of people in WhatsApp groups that I talk to across the world, that I talk to, who admire your leadership, but something is missing. Something is missing. Something is missing. They can't even plug it. Something is missing. Who are worried, genuinely worried, not really because they hate the ADF. No, people who love the ADF. For me, Mark Barretta, this Kugbe issue will be the test of your leadership for you to go into the root of the issue. And if there is any of your defense force, you tell us that the ADF is the most structured. If the ADF is the most structured, it means you have an idea of every fighter fighting under ADF. If the ADF is the most structured, it means there is a command structure. It means there is a command structure. It means there's a command to say go, you go. Which means if there is any fighter who acts against the code of conduct, who acts on his own volition without the authority of you people, it means you have the powers to bring that fighter down and say, you did wrong. You inform the Amazonian people. That is what will bring admiration, will make other forces to join. You told us that the other forces in other counties, those who are under Sako, they are loose. They are loose. If the forces are loose, it means nobody has control. Nobody can call them. They are loose. For me, Mark Barretta, I know for most people, this Kugbe issue should be a test of your leadership to ensure that if any forces are involved in the bringing down of the Prince of Kugbe, then you must take responsibility, put things in order, get to the people of Kugbe, and sort this thing out once and for all. We have a lot of things to do. This is just my personal opinion as Mark Barretta. And that doesn't mean people should start letting blames left and right. Because we've seen in Mbui, they all sat quiet. They sat quiet in Mbui. They sat quiet. Now they are reading their voices out. They have no moral authority. We saw it in Bambili yesterday. They sat quiet. They're not talking. We saw it in Ekombe. We saw it in Tombe. So for me, it is a problem happening within all forces in our community, and we have a duty to make sure we help to solve this issue. This now brings me to the last point of this short live show. The issue of DAC and TTOF. I'm not going to start attacking A or B about DAC or TTOF. The policy of Mark Barretta is that I support all initiatives that would genuinely bring us closer to Eboya. The reason why now you can't ask Mark Barretta to support only A and leave B is because we are not united in that sense. Until the groups will come together and get a one universal pooling, then you can. Then if someone goes ahead to create a funding pool, you can be angry. We have the relationship between Dr. Joe Ayaba, A of C, and Dr. and Siku, that being represented by how they call him, Yerima. We have that. So if they are serious about collaboration, let us begin to see Yerima and Ayaba telling us that, please, this is a funding pool for our unity. This funding pool, when you put more money there, this percentage goes to defense, this goes to humanitarian, this goes to legal issues. Let us begin to see the egg of C's and the IG of Yerima telling us that, please, this is Bank of Banzuna is for everyone. But TTOF came after Bank of Amazonia. Which means, as egg of C, you are right to create your own funding pool. You are right. Bank of Amazonia is right to create its own funding pool. Individual activists, every person is right to create a funding pool. Because for now, we are in our own area fighting for the same goal. And Amazonia, we have to fund based on where they trust. We know that the ADF has proven it. We know that they have many funding from Pache to Contender Force to the Pins to Amin Fako to now 2F. Nobody has questioned the ADF to come and give us an account of how money came in there. Nobody has questioned the ADF to come and tell us how which forces benefited from those pulling this in. You know why people don't bother? Because people trust your group. That when you take, you can give. I carried out the first Sunday offerings twice, and I gave equal amounts to 4 defense groups. I wrote a book, I launched a book, and I gave the money to out. Eric Tato has been doing same live. So if there is dark, Diaspora Amazon community, which came sometime last year, I think Bank of Amazon was the first. Then DAC came. Then TTOF came. These are all great initiatives. I'm not a member of DAC. I'm not there. I don't even know how DAC is being run. What I only know is that DAC was initiated by Eric Tato. That's all. As a member of ADF, I don't know how the TOF is being run. But those are good initiatives that people should take. In fact, these two, Bank of Amazonia, TTOF, and DAC, these are 3 top credible financial pool. But until we come together and say, maybe we have formed a revolutionary council, or we have formed a one unity platform where we say, this is a pooling one financial donation pool where Amazonians will be taxed. When money goes there, they say 85% or 20% or 40% is for defense, is for this. Then we begin to know that collaboration is real. Already I said, Dr. Ayaba, Mr. Yerima, Siku, they call this one, how do they call him? John Bakuro, they're collaborating. We see they're collaborating. They're collaborating in many other aspects. For financial issues, they are not yet collaborating. We want to see the Egg of Sea and the Yerima's group collaborating in finance. We want to see Bank of Amazonia merging with TOF. Then we know that collaboration is real. Start building that trust. For now, if we don't see it, let every individual group go on with what they are doing. If people trust the DAC, they will fund the DAC. If people trust the 2F, they will fund 2F. If people trust Bank of Amazonia, they will do it. People should not go out there to start castigating groups, this and that. No. Eric Tato, as an initiator of that, is doing a great job. He's doing a great job. TTOF of Egg of Sea, they have proven it. That's a credible initiative. So I didn't see why people should be attacking A or B. No. You are wasting energy. That's energy wasted. Not time to attack. I don't even have, you see, I didn't even have time to even come live anymore and talk. This is an impromptu live because I haven't had the opportunity to come live. It's an impromptu live I'm doing. I'm now focused on Twitter. I write rarely on Facebook. My Facebook account has been shut out, has been taken away. So those in the Egg of Sea, Mark Barrett is not your enemy. That is not your enemy. You are wasting valuable energy to be talking about TOF. You are talking about Mark Barretta, DAC, and so. No. You won't stop Amazonians. Listen, Amazonians will contribute where they want to contribute. You won't stop them. Because that money comes from their pocket. You can always say it. They will listen and they will redirect their money where it goes. For funding projects like the Maestro Boya that Amazonians have been very disappointed. They know where to turn and put their money. Some are doing it in their counties and are doing it very well. Would you stop them? Would you stop them? I haven't made any public statement between TOF and that. What I'm saying now is that those are two great projects and we must all go out there and fund them. They take over a project and the Diaspora Amazonian community those are nice, credible projects. Let's go out there. I want to even see Tapang. After this, I'm going to call Ivo. This way, I'll call Ivo and I'll call Eric Tato. Three of us will talk. Three of us can even come out. We sell the idea of DAC and TOF to Amazonian people. We can make live shows, three of us. Tapang, myself, and Eric Tato. We can come on Eric Tato's platform. We can come on AB and TV platform. We can come on SBC. We can come on Velas platform to talk about DAC and TTOF. We can do it. You see, it is not a competition. It's not a competition when the other side is focused. The other side is focused on what they want, and you are this way hitting Mark Barretta, hitting Eric Tato. It won't pay you. It won't pay you. The other side, they have called us all type of names. It won't pay. I have just been insulting all type of names. It doesn't pay them. The guy is still very strong and going. So don't think when you insult Mark Barretta today till the end or Eric Tato, you do anything. No. It is social media. You talk, it's being recycled and it will end. But as Amazonians, we have the duty to make sure that we fund Ground Zero. So please, as you are out there, make sure you go out, go to darkcommunity.org, create your own campaign, donate. Very important. If you are there, you can go to ttof.net. Put your money there, make a monthly something, donate. Take charge of your revolution. For now, we Amazonians, we are the only one in charge of the revolution. Take charge of the revolution. If you are part of this thing, there's the Bank of Amazonia, the bonds. Go out there and donate. But you see that as we donate in disparaging ranks, it's not helpful. It's not helpful. And that's why we have to promote the idea of one central pool of funding where we have all the various groups sit there in the board. They agree. They know. They see what is happening. They agree of the percentage of defense, the percentage they agree that the percentage goes for defense, this one goes for humanitarian, this one goes for this. That's collaboration. That's collaboration. And I hope that we begin to get through it. So, fellow Amazonians, we have a job to do. Our job on Ground Zero is not finished. We have a job to do. Our job on Ground Zero is not finished. And that means, as I tell you, we are condemned to collaborate. You will insult A or B today from today to tomorrow. You will raise all type of conspiracies. It won't help you. Because as you raise conspiracies like that, what happens is that Paul Biya is killing our people. You see, in Owe, they were burning homes. So, using conspiracies, fighting against each other will not help. It only helps French Cameroon. Fellow Amazonians, wherever you are watching, please, it is our duty. Let us help our fighters become the best version of them. Let us help our fighters become the best version of them. And that means when we get a story, we should just go out there with the intention to blackmail A or B, to blackmail a group or so. We should go out there with the intention of trying to find a solution. To find a solution. That is what, listen, the world, they look at us. They know that amongst us, problems are bound to exist. Even in our homes with the same parents. I don't agree with my mom or my brothers all the time. So my brothers or people in my family don't even believe in the Amazonian project. Yeah? Some of them don't even believe in the Amazonian project. Some of them believe in the federal Cameroon. So you see that in a family you have people with different ideas, different ideologies. The international community, they expect us to have this fight. But what they expect from us is that when we have this fight, we can rise above this fight and solve our problem. So if they don't see us rising above these problems to solve out these problems to find a solution, then we are failing. Then we don't tell them that we are ready to have a country of our own. I want you watching me to take a look back at Ground Zero. Ground Zero, if we are sincere, is not the same as it used to be. For the sake of our wisdom, I won't say everything here. It's not the same as it used to be. Largely because of the failures of the diaspora of what we have done. So we have a job to do. We have our friends on Ground Zero who are there fighting day in, day out from the Savannah states to the Equatorial states. People who are fighting day in, day out. Let's help them. And how do we help them? We can only help them by making sure we put materials on their hands. Help them by putting materials. Give them materials. How do you give the materials? By making sure you donate in TTOF. How do you give them materials? By making sure you donate in the DAC project. How do you give them? By making sure you donate in the Bank of Amazon, the bonds. If you're a county man, how do you go to your county's LGA and put the money there? They say, the Bible says that in my father's, you know this song? The Bible says that the Lord says that in my father's house there are many rooms. There are many rooms. You know this song? In my father's kingdom, no more sinning, no more sinning, no more sinning. In my father's house, hallelujah, joy, joy. So, you see, that's what the Bible says. In the father's kingdom, there are many rooms. Many rooms. And all of us might not reach a Buea, but we can contribute to reach Buea. So long as we don't have a united platform that brings these groups together for a one financial pool, please don't sabotage the financial initiative of any other group. I mean, credible group that you know that these people are doing things. Don't sabotage it. Allow the bonds project, the PINs, the DAC, and the TOF to run freely. Instead, what you have to do is that go out every day. Talk about your project. Let your project be the ones making you news. Talk about it. Rather than going out to talk about your project, you are talking about Eric Tato or Mark Barretta. How will that help you? How will that bring funds in your project? And you know that we have the COVID-19. The COVID pandemic is out there. With the COVID-19, our news has gone very down the pecking order. Check newspapers coming from Ground Zero. Every news comes from Ground Zero. Look at the newspapers coming from Ground Zero. You see that our news is coming very below. They burn homes in where they keep people. Nobody is talking. Like people, nobody is talking because of the pandemic. Every country is focused on how they can do to solve this virus. They focus. So we have two battles, trying to fight to keep communication of our news on the top, so that the world will know that they won't forget what's happening in Amazonia. Then trying to keep away the first virus, which is French Cameroon, out of our land. French Cameroon is the first virus. We have two battles. First battle, fight French Cameroon out of our land. Second battle, to keep our information on Twitter, top of the news across the world. So we have a job to make sure when we come out there, we should expose continuously the atrocities of French Cameroon. When we come out there, we should only talk about pro-Amba, 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 pro-Fest, Amba-Fest, Amba-Fest, pro-Amba, pro-Amba. That's how we're going to win this war at these very challenging times. And finally, let's all engage in education, political education of our fighters, and how they relate with their communities. I know that SCAF is working on that. As SCAF, we will come up with programs to talk to our people, not only to our fighters, but how our communities relate. And finally, when you have you got a problem, please, when you are going out, go out with a mindset to help it. Don't go out to raise more propaganda. Don't go out to raise more insults. Don't go out to align more. Don't go out to throw in windows. That will cause more hate. That will cause more victims. Go out there with the mindset of how can you solve this? And like I said, all our forces, all of are falling short. They have their own issues, which is understandable, which was expected. But let's help them become the best version of themselves. And I'm advising that let's talk to our forces. Amongst the community, they should create civilian structures that handle this issue. If someone is a black leg, investigate. So you are sure, because there are many people who are using politics to lie against each other on Ground Zero. Maybe someone don't marry you get because you don't like them, or chieftaincy title, or this you start using Amazonian forces and lie against the other to make them to act because you want to move this person from this. Please, let's help our forces becomes the best version of themselves. We have the power to do that, and that can be done by talking on Meza, help them to avoid not to fight each other. Let them see themselves as brothers, as colleagues, not as enemies. That's our role, and that's what we must do. And finally, Dr. Choyaba, I've told you again, and I'm coming again. For me, the test of your leadership lies in Kugwe. You have to take action to ensure that if the Amazonian forces, the ADF, are responsible for the prince coming down in Kugwe, you have to take action and let the people know what you've taken, what you've done. I know that there are many people who are trying to take advantage of the issue, trying to sabotage. I know. I'm aware. The prince, the notables that were murdered in Bambili yesterday were not done by ADF forces. Those that were murdered in Tombe was not ADF forces. In Ekombe was not ADF forces. In Bui 22, but they were not ADF forces. So you too, you have your fair share of sabotage, fair share of attack. But please rise up and take charge as a true leader of this liberation phase. I'm going to end this show for now. Thank you for coming in. God bless you and God bless Amazonia. Bye-bye.